Hello everybody and welcome back to the Dunwich Legacy. Before we begin, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. It really helps out the channel. With that out of the way, today we are going to be playing Scenario 5, Undimensioned and Unseen. Last time, we played Blood on the Altar. Zoe had to resign, unfortunately, but Rex was very successful and managed to rescue 4 out of the 5 survivors that we could have. If you want to watch that video, you can watch it right here. With that out of the way, let's begin with some Investigator Setup by drawing our opening hands. So you'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not that. So we have a light. Oh, okay, this is interesting. Here's the problem with a lightning gun in this scenario. Not very useful. There are some enemies, namely those big beast thralls. So I might keep it, and honestly, I might keep the guts as well. And toss the rest. We're really looking for our soak. Okay, Brother Xavier is actually a much better drop. Brandon Cathuga is also pretty good. And Beat Cop. I think those are both actually really good if we can get them both down. Alright, Rex. Rex will draw his 5 cards, and they will be... I've got a plan, emergency cash, strange solution, magnifying glass, and another strange solution. Well, I don't think we need both strange solutions right now, so I think we'll keep these 2. And keep looking. So we have Jeremiah Kirby. That's very good. Another Jeremiah Kirby. And Dr. Henry Armitage. All right. Interesting. All right. We can begin with the story. Your search of the village of Dunwich has uncovered a number of documents, journal entries, and esoteric theories. Reading through these materials leaves you exhausted and emotionally drained. Most of the content was written by a single source, a man named Seth Bishop. When you ask around town, you learn that Seth is a citizen of Dunwich. Along with several others, Seth had witnessed firsthand the devastation wrought by the events of the Dunwich Horror, as Armitage had dubbed the incident. Curiously, since that time, very few people had seen Seth around town, and those who did claimed his eyes had been bloodshot and his face sweaty and pale. You don't doubt that somebody who has seen what Seth has seen would appear nervous or paranoid. But the more you read of his frantic and unhinged writings, the more you believe he is involved in recent events. His writings speak of having gathered the remains and of using arcane methods to imbue the Father's essence into other creatures and eventually into other people. The explanations and diagrams that follow are unfathomably complex and defy understanding. Before you are able to find Seth and confront him, several men and women from the village approach you in a panic. "It's back," one of them wails. You recognize him as Curtis Watley, of the Undecayed branch. Whatever it was that killed them fries, it's back. Up and smashed the bishop's home like it was made of paper. Curtis and the other townsfolk are clamoring amongst themselves, raising their voices in a panic. The investigators must decide, choose one. You try to calm down the townsfolk in order to learn more, proceed to part 1. You try to warn the townsfolk and convince them to evacuate, skip to part 2. We're going to convince them to evacuate. You warn the townsfolk that they are in grave danger and urge them to flee Dunwich while they can. Several of them immediately heed your advice, remembering the terrible monstrosity that had previously endangered the town. Curtis drops to his knees in despair, sweating feverishly. "It's that thing again, ain't it? It's come back for us," Curtis stutters. "I hope you've got some of that powder the old professor had last time. We couldn't even see the damn thing until you sprayed it. To this day, I wish I hadn't seen it at all. Something must be done to stop the monster's rampage. But if the documents you found are true, there may be more than one such creature on the loose. Recording your campaign log that you warn the townsfolk, continue to set up." All right, let's write that down. And now we can proceed with setup. Gather all cards from the following encounter sets: Undimensioned and Unseen, Whippoorwills, Beast Thralls, Dunwich, and Striking Fear. These sets are indicated by the following icons. Alright, I will go grab those and be right back. Alright, so we have Undimensioned and Unseen, Whippoorwills, Beast Thralls, Dunwich, and Striking Fear. Let's all put these together. Let's move this where they need to go. There's some agendas. Some X. All right. Put one of the 2 versions of the following locations into play at random. Dunwich Village, Cold Spring Glen, Blasted Heath, 10-Acre Meadow, Devil's Hop Yard, and Watley Ruins. Remove the other versions of each of those locations from the game. Each investigator begins play in Dunwich Village. See next page for suggested placement. Alrighty. So here we have all of our locations. I'm going to do the same thing we did last time and just shuffle them all together. And then cut the deck and then start dealing from the top. All right, so I'm going to cut it here. So Watley Ruins, we're starting there. If I can find the thing. So the Watley Ruins goes here. 10-Acre Meadow goes in the middle. Cold Spring Glen goes beneath. Blasted Heath goes above. Devil's Hop Yard up here. I already have a Watley Ruins and then a Dunwich Village. And then the rest are done. Okay, and then for connections, let's find these out. So these are connected like that. These are connected like this. This is connected like this. These are connected to each other. These are connected like this. These are connected like this. And then the rest is pretty self-explanatory. Okay, that makes sense. Cool. Let's see if I can shift these up a little bit. All right. So we have our map. Check the number of names recorded under Sacrifice to Yog-Sothoth in your campaign log. So there are one or fewer. Put one copy of Brood of Yog-Sothoth into play in Cold Spring Glen, and put one copy of Brood of Yog-Sothoth into play in Blasted Heath. Then set the final 3 copies of Brood of Yog-Sothoth aside out of play. Okay. So we have one in Cold Spring Glen, and one in Blasted Heath. The other 3 are set aside. Set each copy of Esoteric Formula aside out of play. An investigator with the Powder of Ibn Ghazi in their deck may search their deck for it and put it into play. So we have it here. It comes with 4 clues because that's how many people survived. Each investigator searches the collection for a random basic madness, injury, or pact weakness and adds it to their deck for the remainder of the campaign. And then we shuffle the remainder of the encounter cards to build the encounter deck. All right, so I will go get my weaknesses and be right back. All right, I have counted. I have a total of 15 madness, injury, or pact. So we're going to be using this D20 starting at 1. So between 1 and 15. This one's for Zoe. That is a 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Unspeakable Oath, Bloodthirst. Okay, so that's the one where we need to deal excess damage, or we learn fewer XP. I'm okay with that. Okay, now for Rex, we're in the range between 1 and 14. 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He gets Chronophobia. That's not terrible. That could be worse. All right. I will go sleeve those up, as well as shuffle our player decks and the encounter deck, and we can begin in just a moment. All right. We are now ready to begin. Rampaging creatures. Reports of terrifying entities wreaking havoc across the countryside have caused the citizens of Dunwich to panic. Worse, the creatures seem to be invisible to the naked eye. Forced at the end of the enemy phase, move each Brood of Yog-Sothoth enemy once toward a random location. 5 in threshold. And our act. Saracenic script. The monsters tearing through Dunwich County are immune to traditional weapons. Only by reciting a particular incantation can the creatures be defeated. First, you must search the ruins of Wilbur Whatley's home in order to find the final sections of the otherworldly script. Objective: only investigators in Whatley ruins may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance, and we need a total of 4 clues. We are playing on standard difficulty. We have 2 skulls, which are a -1 for each Brood of Yogg-Sothoth in play, which is 2 right now. And we have 1 cultist. Reveal another token. If you fail this test, you must take 1 horror. I should also mention, I believe that... Does this have a thing about random... Yeah, it has a thing about choosing random locations. I'm not going to follow it. Basically, I'm going to roll a d6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to be my rule from now on. I'll keep this here as a reminder. All right, so we also begin in Dunwich Village. Forgot to put my people there. It is always a relief to get clear of the place and to follow the narrow road around the base of the hills and across the level country beyond till it rejoins the Aylesbury Pike. Afterward, one sometimes learns that one has been through Dunwich. 3 Shroud 1 clue is an action resign. You hide from the creatures. As a free triggered ability, you borrow some hounds to track the creatures by scent. An investigator in Dunwich Village may place one of their clues on any abomination enemy in play, group limit once per game. Okay. And the Brood of Yogg-Sothoth are a 6 fight, 1 health, 3 evade monster abomination. It is massive. Brood of Yogg-Sothoth gets +1 per player health, so it has 3 health total, and cannot be damaged or attacked except using the ability on Esoteric Formula. I believe there's a chance of putting it out of its business. It deals 2 damage and 2 horror, and it's worth a victory. Alright, so we need to kill these Broods of Yogg-Sothoth, and we need to get to the Whatley Ruins in order to start doing so. So, it's going to be a bit tough because the Broods are right on top of us, but I think for now we're just going to be starting out by doing some setup. So let's have Rex go first. He will play Jeremiah Kirby, costing him 4 resources. He will name Odd, so he will draw the top 5 odd cards in his deck. That's odd, that is odd, and that is odd. Earl Sawyer is also potentially going to be pretty good, evading at a 4-3. It's not great, but it is something. We also have some delves in case we can't get a lot of these Broods. I'm hopeful, though. We have higher education. We have a lot of willpower icons, I think. So, who knows? Maybe we'll actually be doing pretty well. Okay. We'll fast out this magnifying glass, and I think we'll investigate. We are investigating a 4, 5, 6 to 3. +1. We succeed by 2, but we only get 1 clue since there's only 1 clue here. And our second action, I think, will be to move to 10 Acre Meadow. The trees of the frequent forest belts seem too large, and the wild weeds, brambles, and grasses attain a luxuriance not often found in settled regions. At the same time, the planted fields appear singularly few and barren. 2 Shroud 3 clues. As a free triggered ability, you set up baits using a live animal. Each investigator in 10 Acre Meadow may place one of their clues on an abomination enemy in 10 Acre Meadow. Alright, so we want Zoe to get some of these clues, if possible. That is Rex's turn. Zoe's going to start by playing Brother Xavier. And then I think she's going to move here, join up with Rex. Do you think that she might be able to investigate? We can go to -1, but that's not great. All right, we have a notebook. So she will get a resource. All right, enemy phase. They're not hunting, so we don't hunt. They are not engaged, so they don't attack. Now it's the end of the enemy phase, and we roll to see where they go. Let's do the top one first. As a reminder, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the top one moves towards its own location, and the bottom one moves, because that was a 1. Bottom one moves towards the top location, this one. So this is 1, 2, or 1, 2. I think we'll go over here. It goes the shortest distance, by the way, if that wasn't clear. All right, let's go to upkeep. Safeguard. That's very good. Rex will draw a perception. He might want to commit that to Zoe's investigate if she's planning to do that, which she might. Just making sure I got the location connections correct. So this can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So it actually has to go this way. Right. All right, so we are 1 doom out of 5. Zoe's card is a Rotting Remains. She is 5 to 3. And I think that'll be it. 5 to 3. It's a -3, so we take 1 horror. Put on Brother Xavier. All right, Rex will draw Frozen in Fear. That is okay. I think that's okay. All right, we're going to have Zoe go first. She's going to play a Safeguard for 2 resources. She's going to try and investigate. Rex is going to commit his perception to it. So Zoe is 4 to 2. Ooh, that's an auto fail. That's unfortunate. She'll try again. She's only 2 to 2 this time, but I really wanted to get at least 1 clue so that she has the ability to place clues along with Rex on these broods. It's a -2. All right, she fails. Rex is going to take 2 actions to move to the Watley Ruins. Zoe will safeguard along with him. And let's read this. It was as though a house launched by an avalanche had slid down through the tangled growths of the almost vertical slope. 3 shroud, 4 clues total. Each investigator in Watley Ruins gets -1 willpower. As a free triggered ability, you hurl a nearby canister of paint at the monster. An investigator in Watley Ruins may place up to 3 of their clues on an abomination enemy in Watley Ruins. Group limit once per game. Good. I'm glad we got that one. He has 1 action left. He's going to investigate. We have 6 cards. He is currently 4, 5, 6 to 3. We're going to commit this Jeremiah to go 7 to 3. -3. We get 1 clue. Dang it. End of his turn, he's going to test Frozen in Fear. He currently has 2 willpower because of the effect on there. We'll spend 2 resources on higher education because we have 5 cards. 2 willpower. Yeah. 2 plus 4 is 6 to 3 on Frozen in Fear. -1. We will succeed. All right, enemy phase, nothing happens. Top 1 is going to move towards number 6. So down here, so he has to go this way. This one now moves towards number 2, which is this one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So he moves up. So they just swap places. Cool. All right, let's go to upkeep. Zoe will draw Unspeakable Oath, Bloodthirst. Uh-oh, she has to deal a damage to an enemy in excess of its remaining health. All right, we need to find... Oh, a Whippoorwill might be a good candidate for that. She can get a resource. Rex will draw an emergency cash. That's pretty good. All right, there's 2 doom out of 5. Zoe will draw the creature's tracks. Peril, revelation. You must either take 2 horror or spawn a set-aside brood of Yogg-Sothoth at a random location. We take 2 horror. That sucks. Sorry. She had 2 on herself, so she'll go up to... Wait. She'll go up to 3, and then put 1 in Brother Xavier. That's right. Rex will draw another Frozen in Fear. God dang it. Okay. Well, Rex needs to get these clues. Yeah. So we are 4, 5, 6 to 3. We will investigate and spend a resource to go 8 to 3. It's a -2. We succeed by 2, so we get 2 clues. We will spend our 4 clues to advance the act. Obtaining the formula. Check campaign log. If Dr. Armitage survived the Dunwich legacy. He did. There! Armitage sighs a breath of relief, jotting down the last phrases of the formula. I have translated the last of it. He shudders as he hands you the script, the words conjuring forth memories of his battle with the creature. I hope this is the last time I'll have to read it, he admits. But if we do nothing, the end result will be much, much worse. Each investigator puts into play one set-aside esoteric formula. So, the esoteric formula, give one to both of them. It says, as an action fight, this attack uses willpower instead of combat. You get +2 willpower for this attack for each clue on the attacked enemy. Use this ability only on an abomination enemy. Negotium perambulans in tenebris. Okay. And we have our final act. They must be destroyed. With the formula in hand, you finally have the means to destroy the creatures wreaking havoc in Dunwich, but only if you can survive long enough. Objective, defeat as many Brood of Yogg-Sothoth enemies as you can. If there are no copies of Brood of Yogg-Sothoth in play or set aside, advance. Okay, so that was Rex's first action. He probably should just get some clues and then move on. So let's investigate again. We are 4, 5, 6 to 3. Oh, he won't be able to leave because of Frozen in Fear. So... yeah, we'll investigate and we'll get some money. I think that sounds good. Or... yeah, investigate. 6 to 3. Zero. He gets a clue. He has 1 action left. He will play an emergency cash to get 3 resources. End of his turn, he tests Frozen in Fear. How many cards he has? He has 5 cards, but I don't think he should commit to this. So we're 2 to 3. -3. Yep. All right, Zoe's turn. Is she really just going to get 3 resources? Probably. God, that seems so bad. We could play a brand. We could play brand. Yeah. We're going to gain a resource. And then play the Brand of Cthugga. Comes in with 9 charges. And then she will... what will she do? She's going to gain her another resource. All right, enemy phase, nothing happens. This top one is going to move towards number 2, which is that location. Devil's Hop Yard. This left one is going to move towards number 2, also the Devil's Hop Yard. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yep. Up here. All right, let's go to upkeep. Zoe will draw an overpower, gain a resource. Rex will draw a quick thinking and will gain a resource. All right, so there is 3 doom out of 5. Zoe will draw attracting attention. Okay. Surge. Each Brood of Yogg-Sothoth enemy in play moves once towards you. All right. Boom. Boom. Unfortunately, massive enemies do not trigger Zoe's reaction. This is Zoe's second card because that had Surge. Towering Beast. Attached to a Brood of Yogg-Sothoth enemy in play. If that enemy is at your location, take a damage. Attached enemy gets +1 fight and +1 health. Well, let's avoid the damage, so we're putting it on this one. So that one has 4 health right now, and this is Rex's card. A Whippoorwill. That's really annoying. That's super annoying. Do we think we can kill the brood right now, actually? That's the question. We have some things to commit if we wanted to. Oh, and we have resources. Okay. So Rex can try twice and then Zoe can try a bunch. That's okay. Yeah, let's try that. So Rex is currently 1 to 6. Yeah, he gets -2 willpower right now. God, that's really annoying. This Whippoorwill is really, really annoying. Okay, we have a problem. We have a bit of a problem. We only have 1 clue to put on the brood. Uninvestigated and Watley Ruins may place up to 3 of their clues. God, that's really annoying. This sucks. I hate everything. Okay. God, this really sucks. So, hold on. We'd want to get to 9, at least, I think. Because the -3s are pretty rough right now. So how would we get to 9? If we're at 1 right now, let's say we commit Dr. Henry Armitage, which put us at 3. If we commit Quick Thinking, that'll put us at 4. Then we'd have to spend 3 resources. Man, this really sucks. Brother Xavier could kill the Whippoorwill for us. That would help a lot. That would help. That might be what needs to happen. It's kind of rough because we're coming down to the wire in terms of health and sanity, but that might be what needs to happen. Yeah. All right. So Zoe's going to go first instead. So Zoe is going to, well, what will be her action? Gain a resource. So when she gains a resource, she takes an attack of opportunity from the Brood of Yog-Sothoth. It will deal 2 damage to Brother Xavier, 1 horror to him, and 1 horror to Zoe. Brother Xavier will die. When Brother Xavier is defeated, deal 2 damage to an enemy at your location. We can't obviously damage the Brood because he's not the esoteric formula, but we can damage the Whippoorwill, killing it, and also we are dealing excess damage. So we will be able to discard the Unspeakable Oath Bloodthirst. When you deal damage to an enemy in excess of its remaining health. Good. Okay, that was Zoe's first action. Her second action is going to be to try to fight. She is 3 to 6. No. She's going to pass her turn. Yeah. She's going to pass her turn. So she's done. Rex. Oh, frick. It has 3 health, though. Okay, this is really bad. Okay, so I'm going to say, because we haven't rolled anything yet, I'm going to say that instead of gaining a resource being the Attack of Opportunity card, Zoe's going to draw a card instead. Smite the Wicked. Okay. So, this is the first time we've seen this in this campaign. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded. Attach it to the enemy and spawn it at the location farthest from her. That's not an enemy. 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 Oh, what a Whippoorwill. Okay. I mean, I guess that's not terrible. So, location farthest from her is 1, 2, or 1, 2. We'll put it at Dunwich Village. It has Hunter, so it'll come to us. But that's so annoying. Oh my god. She legitimately cannot take another hit. She'll just die. I really hate this scenario. Is she gonna try to fight? Rex can't deal through unless the quick thinking could do it. He needed to succeed 3 times though. Or we put 1 clue on the brood and completely waste that ability. It gives us +2 for 3 hits. That might just be what needs to happen. God, this sucks. Fine. We're going to use this ability on here. Place up to 3 of your clues. Their clues. So Rex does that ability, and we've used this ability now. God, that's so annoying. Okay. So now we're attacking 5 to 6. Zoe's going to commit her guts. And Rex is going to commit Dr. Henry Armitage. Does he have enough cards still? Yes, he has 5 cards now still. Okay. So now 4 minus 1 is 3 plus 2 from the clue is 5 plus 2 and 2 is 9 to 6. -3. Jesus. I'm glad I committed that much. So we succeed by 0. She draws a card off the guts. It is a stand together. I mean, that's 1 willpower. We deal 1 damage to a Brood of Yogg-Sothoth. She has 1 more action. Does she try and evade? Sure, let's try and evade. We're 2 to 3. -4. Guess, of course not. All right, Rex, it's up to you. You need to kill this thing, otherwise Zoe is dead. So, or at least you could try to evade it with Earl Sawyer, I guess. Anyway, let's fight with the esoteric formula. We are 3 minus 1 is 2 to 6. We have 5 cards. So if we spend 3 money, that'll put us at 8 to 6. Oof. We don't have the money to do this. We could try and evade first. And then, like, put powder on and then draw a card, maybe? Too much thinking. Okay, we're gonna spend 3 money on the fight. And Zoe's gonna commit her stand together. So he is now 9 to 6. -1. Okay, I should have actually committed the quick thinking, or maybe I shouldn't have. It's fine. We deal another damage. Okay. He has 1 action left because that took 2 actions. He would be 2 to 6 again. He could spend. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. I did this incorrectly. It already has a clue on it, so I didn't need to spend 1 of those resources, and that would have been fine. So he's actually currently 4 to 6, and we spent 2 resources and the stand together to get to 9. So now we'll spend these 2 resources and this quick thinking to get to 9 to 6 again, because there is 1 clue on it. That's why I did that. Yes, that is why I did that. -3. Okay. We actually get 1. We get 1. And that was his whole turn. So, Frozen in Fear. He is 2 to 3. -1, we fail. All right, Hunters. The Whippoorwill will move here to Tanacre Meadow. And the enemy phase this guy moves towards. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, fuck. It's here now. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We might be just dead. Zoe might be just dead again. Alright. We are 4 of 5. Zoe's card is an Altered Beast. If there are no Abomination enemies in play, gain Surge. Otherwise, choose an Abomination enemy, heal all damage from that enemy, and attach Altered Beast to it. Forced, after you enter its location, or vice versa, take a horror. I'm going to scream. And Rex will draw Dissonant Voices. Assets or events. Sorry, I forgot to upkeep. Let me quickly do that. Zoe will draw a 45. It doesn't matter. Rex will draw Emergency Cash. Okay. So he is back up to 5 cards. Okay. Dissonant Voices. Can't play Emergency Cash. That would have helped a lot. We could try to evade with Earl Sawyer, maybe? Yeah. Okay, Rex is going to go first. He's going to evade. Commit Earl Sawyer. Zoe is going to commit a 45 automatic. Gives him +3, so he has 6-3 to evade. Fuck. Okay, that's an auto fail. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. He has 1 action left. He doesn't have any foot, does he? No. Zoe has to commit a beat cop. 4-3. -1. Okay. Oh, Jesus. So we evade this thing. Okay. Now that it's exhausted, Rex is going to put some powder on it. How much powder? She is 3 to 6. If we put 3 on, we can get to 9 to 6 consistently. Yeah. Let's put 3 powder on. Nah, let's just do all 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'd be at 11 to 6. 3 plus 8 is 11. Yeah. All right, end of Rex's turn. He will test Frozen Fear. He is 2 to 3. Oh yeah, it's actually 11 to 7 because of the Towering Beast or whatever it's called. -1. We fail. All right, Zoe's going to try and deal some damage. She is 4, 3. 3 plus 8 is 11 to 7. 3 times. We won't be able to kill it because it has +1 health, but better than nothing, I think. Okay, that's a 0. I'll just keep going. It's a -1. +1. Okay, so we deal 3 damage. It has 1 health left. Okay, Hunters. This guy moves towards us. It is still aloof. This guy will now move 2 up there. Okay, I guess that could be worse. Upkeep. Zoe will draw, prepare for the worst. Rex will draw, search for the truth. He has no clues. Really need to get out of Watley Ruins, honestly. And we are advancing. That's actually kind of bad. Calamity strikes. An old pickup truck rolls to a stop along the weathered trails of Dunwich. The driver, Joe Osborne, calls out to you through a shattered driver's side window. The truck's engine still running. "It's over at the Eric's farm," he shouts. "Done blasted their place apart. Poor Henry and Martha." You ask Osborne for the location of the Eric's homestead, and it confirms your worst fear. For that attack to have occurred recently, there must be more of the monsters on the loose. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Spawn one of the set-aside Breed of Yawks without enemies at a random location if able. Okay, so first, let's do this. This scenario is not going well. Although, I think the scenario rarely ever goes well. I think the best... What was the best I've ever done? I think I might have done all 5 at some point. It was, like, super risky. But it's technically possible. It's just highly improbable. Okay. And we're going to spawn a brood. Where is it going to go? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck. Okay. Oh, this should have been shuffled to the encounter deck as well. Oh my god. I hate everything. I want to cry. God damn it. Are we just going to try and evade? Oh, the evade's at 2 to 3 though. Because of the whippoorwill. That's terrible. Jesus Christ. I'm very mad right now. Oh, that's it. I found the way. I found it. It's safeguard, isn't it? It's safeguard. That's what saves us. Anyway, well, it depends on this mythos phase anyway. Biding its time. Once in a while, a wind swooping up out of Cold Spring Glen would bring a touch of ineffable fodor to the heavy night air. But the looked-for terror did not appear. Whatever was down there in the glen was biding its time, and Armitage told his colleagues it would be suicidal to try to attack it in the dark. Same force effect, 16 threshold. Alright, Zoe's gonna draw. Rotting Remains. Oh, fuck me. Is Zoe dead? Zoe might be dead. She is 2 to 3. She draws a -1. She is dead. Well, we're going to commit this then. So now we are 3 to 3. Okay. If we get worse than a -2, or a -2 or worse, she's dead. This guy should be ready, by the way. She's dead. Okay. Okay. Fuck. Zoe takes a 3rd mental trauma. God damn it. God. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh, does that mean? Oh, I need to look at what happens with Smite the Wicked. I'll be right back. Okay, of course it happens. Yeah, the Smite the Wicked goes off right now. Because when it says when the game ends, that's when she dies. When she's eliminated. So she gets a 4th mental trauma. What happened? What happened? Oh my god. Okay. You know what? We're gonna... Well, I have some thoughts. Anyway. Zoe is eliminated. She didn't have any clues on her, so that's good. And Rex is now the new lead investigator. And that was Zoe's card. I believe the Whippoorwill stays, though. It's just... Yeah, we'll I'm sure that's fine. Okay. Rex will draw. Okay. Yep. Yeah, Two frozen and fierce. Fuck. Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. Fuck. Wow. Yeah, totally. Okay. Okay. Plan. Takes 3 actions to move anywhere. That sucks. Plan. What would happen if we got hit twice? No. Worst case scenario. What would happen if we get hit 3 times? As in, we move here, that guy hits us, and then it leaves. And then this guy comes, we'd have to go there, and this one hits us again. We would be not dead. We wouldn't be dead. We'd be taking a total of 8 horror. Oh, we might be dead then. Oh, Jesus. We can move to resign and hope this guy moves towards Blasted Heath. We could go to Cold Spring Glen. Yeah. Or, no, we need to get away from this Whippoorwill. Do we? Oh, Jesus Christ. I want to kill that one. I'd be okay with just 2, honestly. Yeah. Okay. Fuck. Oh my god. I'm like at a loss for what to do right now. Everything has gone down so fast. I think we just moved. Let's move to Cold Spring Glen. Okay, so we take an attack of op from this Bird of Yogg-Sothoth. Take a damage on Jeremiah. And then a damage and 2 horror will go onto us. And we reveal Cold Spring Glen. God, he gasped. I told him not to go down into the glen, and I never thought nobody do it with them tracks and that smell and them whippoorwills. It's all screeching down there in the dark noonday. 3 shroud, 2 clues. Each enemy in Cold Spring Glen gets -1 evade. Not bad. As a free triggered ability, you lure the creature into the dense tree cover, and it becomes tangled. Investigators in Cold Spring Glen may, as a group, place up to 2 of their clues on an abomination enemy in Cold Spring Glen. Group limit once per game. I just realized I made a big mistake. For the sake of this being interesting, I want to say that I definitely would have pulled the magnifying glass up when I was here. Because there's absolutely going to be clues here. So I'm going to say I did that. I'm sorry if that makes people upset, but I'm doing it. Because now I need to test Frozen and Fear twice. So I'm going to spend a resource on Higher Education to go 5-3 for this first one. I really need to get rid of these. -3, didn't even help. All right. Spend another resource to go the second one. -1. So we get rid of one of them. That's not terrible. All right, the whippoorwill moves towards us. This top one is going to move towards number 5. Back down. Okay, that's something. And then this one is going to move towards... Stay there. Okay. Upkeep. Rex will draw a Burning the Midnight Oil, gaining a resource. And we put 1 Doom out of 6. Rex's encounter card is a Rotting Remains. He has 3 to 3. He will spend a resource to go 5 to 3. Sorry, he is 4 to 3 with the whippoorwill. Elder Sign. He's not going to choose to fail that. All right, I think we just need to kill that one. So we're going to move here. We're going to fight. Because the move took 2 actions, the fight takes 1, since it's one of the following, so the first one. Okay, so we have -1 willpower here. 2 plus 8 is 10 to 7. That'll have to do. We have no willpower. We have no resources to spend. Sorry, we also take a horror from entering its location. I hate everything. -3. What were we at? 2 plus 8 is 10. Because we were at 3. -1 from Watley Ruins. Plus 8 from the Esoteric Formula is 10. -3 is 7. And it has +1 fight. So we kill it. Okay. So we got this one. These things are discarded. And that is his turn. So he tests Frozen in Fear again. He is 2 to 3 again because he's -1 willpower here. Cultist? Reveal another token if you fail to take a horror. -2. So he takes a horror for failing that. Enemy phase. Hunters. This guy moves here. This thing attacks us. We take 2 damage. We take 2 horror. Okay. And let's go to upkeep. Rex will draw. Burn the Midnight Oil again. That's completely useless. I guess it's not useless. It gets us resources. And we'll put Doom on the agenda. We are 2 of 6. Rex will draw. Distant Voices. Cannot play vet cards. Oh, Jesus. Yep, I know what to do. We're going to move. We take an attack of op. So we take... we put the horror on Jeremiah. He dies. And then 1 horror and 2 damage on us. We can only put 1 damage and or horror on Jeremiah, if you're wondering, because of Miskatonic University funding. And then we will move again. That's our last action. Test Frozen in Fear. We actually have resources this time, so let's spend it. No, we will not spend it. We're testing 3 to 3. Elder Sign. We succeed. All right. Hunters. This guy moves here. Bird of Yogg-Sothoth will move towards. Number 2 is up there. Upkeep. Rex will draw. Dr. Mylan Christopher. Gain a resource. This thing will go away. We are 3 of 6 Doom. Rex will draw creature's tracks. We have to spawn a set-aside brood. Okay, as long as the set-aside brood does not spawn on top of us. So that's number 3. We should be fine. Number 2. 1, 2. Okay. All right. Time to cheese. Not cheese, but we're playing a freaking delve. All right, let's see what it is. Whippoorwill. Fine. Another one. Sword and Silent. Fine. Third action, resign. I hate everything. Okay, well, we resign. So let's go to our resolution. If no resolution was reached, each investigator resigned or was defeated, go to resolution 1. You did all you could to stop the rampaging monsters, but there were more of them than you realized, and you weren't able to slay them all. Exhausted and terrified, you retreat to Zebulon's home and hope to survive the night. In your campaign log, record that X brood escaped into the wild. X is the total number of brood of Yogg-Sothoth still in play or set aside. So it's going to be 3 brood. We remove the Powder of Benghazi, and we get Victory X, which is going to be 4 for us, because this should be in the victory display. And then we move on. Okay, well, I'm debating about Zoe. I honestly might just want to retire her. Obviously, we'd start with the 0 XP deck, which for Doom Awaits is not the best. So I'd have to think about it. But it might be what I need to do. I could bring out like Daniela or something. Whew. Actually, Daniela doesn't sound too bad. How much XP do we get in Where Doom Awaits? Probably not a lot. Huh. Okay, well, I'll go think on that. And I'll be right back. All right, I've decided we are going to try and keep her alive. And in doing so, we're taking a lot of horror healing. So, Zoe, we have 4 XP both. Zoe is going to spend 3 XP on a Moment of Respite. I have literally never played this card. I want to see if it's going to work. At this point, it's just like, if Zoe dies, Zoe dies. The other 1 XP is going to get an extra ammunition to potentially put in our lightning gun. She's going to get rid of the last 44 automatic and her overpower. 1 of her overpowers to do so. Rex is going to purchase the level 4 logical reasoning from Return to the Path to Carcosa. It would be sick if he could heal 4 horror from Zoe and 2 from himself, or like discard a Frozen in Fear that just happened. I actually don't know if those cards even come back. Anyway, he's going to get rid of his last I've Got a Plan. Okay, well, you know, that is Undimensioned and Unseen. That is, you know, the true experience of that scenario. Rarely, if ever, does it end well. Anyway, next time we're taking on Where Doom Awaits. Hopefully we don't die there. Until then, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. It really helps out the channel. This has been SuperFang99, signing off.